The elusive and infamous Ed Preuit custom cue just dropped into the inventory here at Crossroad Cues. We have been really fortunate lately to get our hands on several Ed Preuit custom cues. Those of you that are involved in the cue industry or in cue collecting, I'm sure you know how difficult it is to source an Ed Preuit custom cue. His current wait time right now is 8 years and counting, and well worth every single moment. Ed Preuit cues are notably among the top of the food chain when it comes to collectability, playability, craftsmanship, and value, because his cues continue to climb in value and, of course, collectability. This cue right here is in very clean condition, very close to new condition, and it's a unique cue in the respect that the previous owner of this cue, who barely ever played with it, by the way, that's why it's in such clean condition, and that's why we are able to offer it to you below the normal value, because when you're dealing in a Preuit cue, especially one that has some points in it and some nice rings and that carbon that you're looking at there on the left, it is really rare to find one under $4,000. But in any event, what this cue was originally, it was made as one of Ed's full splice wrapless cues. The gentleman that previously owned the cue that had bought it sent it to Ed, and he actually had Ed add a leather wrap to it. So Ed added this Spanish bull leather wrap. The gentleman likes to play with leather wraps. I like to play with leather wraps as well. So this actually turned out really nice. And it's kind of a rare bird in the respect that you're not going to find very many of his 4-point cues built just like this one with a leather wrap. You've got his world famous ring work starting at the joint. You got the Abalone shell, and then of course you've got the double silver trim on each side. I believe that's called Pau Ferro. Heavily figured Birdseye. The points are made out of ebony. You've got a nice inlay that matches the rings in between each point right there. Again, a Spanish bull wrap that separates now the front and the back of the cue. And then, of course, you cannot miss or mistake that world famous design with the EP at the bottom right there. I don't know if Ed stole my initials or I stole his. Because he's a few years older than me, by far, I'm guessing that you could say that I took his initials. But in any event, EP, Ed Preuit, right there. The butt cap is Birdseye that matches the front of the cue. I like how he does that as a really nice, classy finishing touch. And then, of course, you've got his rings. Let me give you a close-up on that. His rings that are known to be the best in the business in 2 more positions at the bottom or the base of the cue. This cue rolls laser straight. Ed, before he got into cue making, was notably a machinist, a master level machinist, and that is something that I've said before in other videos. When you're dealing with a cue maker that was formerly a machinist, that is a recipe for success, in my opinion. Some of the most famous cue makers that are notably previous machinists, of course, Mike Bender, Ed Preuit, Bob Zaricki in Pennsylvania, and there's several other ones out there. This is a 3/8 10 pin, by the way. That is a non-ivory joint. It is 3/8 10 pin. This does come with the matching joint protector. That is a big add-on if you were to buy that from Ed. Butt weight is 14.8 ounces. You could add weight if you wanted to. This is a standard size cue. It comes with 1 carbon and 1 maple. The carbon fiber is a 13 millimeter. The maple is cut at about 12.85. The carbon is 3.7 and the maple is 3.6. Very, very, very clean. No dents, no dings, no scratches, no apologies. If you guys been stalking our page and you've been waiting for the right opportunity to get a good investment from a cuemaker that is very, very, very sought after, and it takes a really, really long time to get, this is your opportunity. If you're watching this video, make sure that you contact me through the website, crossroadcues.com, or you can call my number or text me. My number's on all of our posts, just to make sure that it is still available. There are no natural materials in this cue, so we can ship it all over the globe. And I'll tell you one thing, I am not specifically or particularly a carbon fiber guy. I play with different kinds of shafts, okay? But I will tell you that I took some shots with this shaft, okay, last night. I played with it for about a half hour, and I'm really, really impressed with how Ed's carbons play. I've heard that he sells his carbon somewhere around $6 or $6.50 just for a carbon alone. This carbon plays with this cue really, really, really good. It moves the ball effortlessly, but it just has a more natural feel to it. So it doesn't feel as dead as a lot of carbons do. Let me give you one more look at that world famous ring work right there. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. Ed Preuit, custom cue with a leather wrap. Very clean, ready for immediate delivery and immediate action. CrossroadCues.com.